Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making this little red heart, and I'm going to be making a couple of them because what I'm planning to do with these hearts is sew them together and stuff them with some polyfill, and I'm making a baby mobile. So in the next couple of weeks, stay tuned to my channel and I will show you all the different things. So I'm going to do a heart, and I might do a butterfly, and I might do a 4-leaf clover because St. Patty's Day is coming up, and you can hang that on the mobile. These will be things, you know, you can swap out obviously on a mobile. And if you want to come along and build it with me, you can find the mobile hanging devices without anything attached to them, just the mobile themselves. You can find on Amazon for 15 bucks. And well, the one I got for $15 it's got the music, so you wind it up, has music on it. So for 15 bucks, and then you make your own pleats to hang off of them, and it's cute and a lot of fun because you can swap them out for the different holidays. So that's what we're doing today, is this little heart. Actually, it's not that little heart, but it's a nice size heart. What I am using, I'm pretty sure I got this from Michael's, and it's a 4.5 ounce, and I'm using a number 5mm hook, and it is the Red Hot flavor. Let's get started. Find my end. So let's start with a simple slip knot, and we're going to chain 17. So the second chain from your hook is where we're going to start. So this is your hook. Let me get my little pointer, dude. There's one bump, and that's the second bump. That's what you're going into, is that one right there. So go into that chain, and you're going to put 3 single crochets in that chain. So there's 1 single crochet, is just a yarn, sorry, it's not a yarn over. Single crochet is, wow, habit you get into, eh? Go in through the hole and grab some yarn, come back up and go through the 2 loops on your hook. Let's do that again. Go straight into the hole, pull up some yarn, and then bring that yarn through the only 2 hooks, or the 2 loops on your hook. So put 3 into the second chain from the hook, 3 single crochets. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 6 chains. That is 6. You're going to skip 2. So you're going to skip that one. These 2 bumps, you're going to skip those, and you're going to go right into this one over here. So not that one, but this one. And you're still sticking with the single crochet. Give it a wiggle. So you're going to do 6 single crochets. till you have 1 stitch left. And then in this last chain, you're going to put 3 single crochets. So you can pull your tail, and now we're just going to turn it because now we're going to work along this side of the heart. So you just did 3 single crochets. So your next stitch is right here. You're going to go into that and you're going to do 6 more single, not whole, but across. You're going to do 6 single crochets across. So this is what it should look like. So your bottom stitches, you should have top stitches to match, like a rib cage. If you don't, if they're not on top of each other, you've done something wrong. You need to pull your work out and back up and figure out where you went wrong in here. It's very easy to go wrong once you come around the corner. But if yours looks like that, let's continue. This space here, which is pretty large space, that's where we skipped to. So in this hole, you're going to put a single crochet, then you're going to chain twice, then you're going to put another single crochet, all in the same hole. So single crochet, chain 2, and then single crochet back into that same hole. Oops, what happened there? No thumbs today. Now this next hole, it's a fairly big guy, that's a stitch. So you're going to put your first stitch right into that big hole there, because you're going to do 6 single crochets back up to where you started. Number 5 and number 6. Oops, make sure you go through both pieces. And number 6. So now that you're back up to where you started, there's not going to be any slip stitch or anything. We're just going to continue the round. So in the next 3 stitches is where we're going to start doing our increases. So round 2 is going to consist of 2 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. So your first stitch is this elongated stitch. You're going to put 2 single crochets in the same space. Then you're going to go to your next stitch, which is also an elongated stitch. And you're going to put 2 single crochets in there. And your final stitch, you're going to put 2 single crochets in there. Just like that. Single crochet in the next 5 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We're going to skip. We're at the skip 2 space. So we're going to skip those 2 stitches. And we're going to go into that one. So skip that, skip him, and go right into this guy. Whoops, sorry. Get my tail out of the way. Go right into that guy. Keeping with the single crochet throughout the project. We're not gonna change it. So if I forget to say it, sorry, that's my phone. Keep forgetting to put it on silent when I start making a video. So single crochet 5, back up. That would be 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did on the other side. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my pile of yarn out of my skein. I work from the middle because it's way easier. I just haven't pulled the middle out yet. Okay, so we're going to mimic what we did on this side of the heart, which is the 2 single crochets in the next 3 stitches around. So that's 1 stitch, 2 in the same hole. Do that again. One, 2, 1, 2. We're going to be making all of our increases on the ends. Now you're going to single crochet back down to this point, which should be 7 stitches. And 7. So once you're down to this point, we're going to do the exact same thing. Every time we hit this point, we're going to put a single crochet, we're going to chain twice, and then we're going to put another single crochet all in this hole. And you're going to come back up to where we started. Don't forget this one hole here. This stitch is missed a lot. That one right there. You should have, we did 7 along this side, you should have 7 along this side. So don't miss that very first stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, excuse me, and 7. I still have that cold. So there you go, our heart is taking shape. So for round 3, we're going to do another increase, but it's going to be 2 single crochet in the same hole and then 1 single crochet, and that's going to be our sequence that we're going to repeat 3 times. So let's put 2 single crochets in this hole, same space, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. That's the first of our sequence. That's number 1. We'll do 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and that is number 2 of our sequence. Last time, 2 single crochets in the same space, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And that is 3 of 3 of our sequence, and that's going to, that's an increase. That's how we do an increase as well. So now I'm going to do 4 single crochets back down to our skip 2. We're going to skip 2, so do 4 single crochets, skip 2, come into this guy over here, do a single crochet. Now you've got 4 more single crochets to do before the next sequence. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're going to do that sequence again to increase. So we're going to do 2 single crochets in this space, 1 single crochet in the next. That's 1 of our sequence. 2 single crochets in this space, 1 single crochet in the next. That's 2 of our sequence. And the last one, 2 single crochet in this space, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and that is number 3 of our sequence. Now you're gonna 7 single crochets back down to the point, and 7. Now that you're at that point, this point, you're going to do the usual single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet in the same space. Now don't forget about this little hidey stitch here. Put a single crochet in there, and then single crochet all along back up to this point. So 7 single crochets all the way up to where we started. Alright, my camera overheats and it shut off again. So now we're back up to where we started, and we're going to start round 4. So round 4 is going to start with an extra single crochet, just like that, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the same space, then 1 single crochet and 1 single crochet. That's going to be our sequence. We're going to do 3 times. So 2 in the same space. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. That's the first of our sequence. Two single crochet in the same space. 1 single crochet. 1 single crochet. And that is number 2 of our sequence. Two single crochet in the same space. One single crochet. One single crochet. Now we have 2 more stitches before we get to our skip 2 space. So we're going to single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 in each. We're going to skip 2, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to single crochet 5 up to our next sequence. So there's 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, 4, and 5. So the same sequence we just did on the other side is going to begin. So it's 2 on 1, 3 times. So there's 1 and 2 in the same space. Next stitch, 1 single crochet. The next stitch is 1. That's the first of our sequence. Two single crochets in the same space. One single crochet. One single crochet. That's 2 of our sequence, and the final bout of our sequence is going to be 2 single crochets, 1 and 1, and we're done with that. So single crochet back down to the point. There's 7. So we're back down to the point. We're going to do our single crochet, chain 2, and another single crochet. The next little Heidi stitch, don't forget to get him, and single crochet back up around for 8 stitches, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 stitches. For 9 stitches. That's 7, 8, and 9. One more row, This is going to be number 5. In the next 2 stitches, put 1 single crochet in each. So the next sequence is going to be 2, 1, 1, 1. So when we started increasing, we were doing 2, 1, 3 times. Our second increase was 2, 1, 1, 3 times. So our third increase is 2, 1, 1, 1. If you want to do more rows after, then just keep adding more ones. So if you want to do another row after this to make your heart bigger, then the increase will have to be 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we did 3 ones, 2 ones, and now we're at 3 ones. If that makes any sense to you, or if I just confused you even more. So we'll start with 2 in the same space. We're going to do this 3 times. So our last one we did 1, 1, 1, or sorry, 1, 1. So this one we're going to do 1, 1, 1. So 1 in the next stitch, 1 in the next stitch after, and 1 in the next stitch after that. So that's our sequence. That's the first of our sequence is 2, 1, 1, 1. Start again. 2 single crochets in the same stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. That is number 2 of our sequence. 1 more, 2 in the same stitch, 1, 1, and 1. So we're at our skip 2 space. You're going to skip that 2, and you're going to go right into this space. Here's single crochet. Put 3, looks like 3 stitches. And then we're going to start our increase on this side. So in that first stitch, which is really hard to see for some reason, I'm going to put 2 single crochets and 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, again 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 1 single crochet, and last time 2 single crochets in the same stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet. Just about done. Single crochet down to our point. Should be 8. Let's count. 3, 4, 8. Oops. Now in our point, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet, all in the same hole. And our little hidey stitch there. You're going to single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet all the way back up, which should be 10. And 10. Take your hook out. Take your needle and go through the next stitch. Go through both pieces of yarn of your next stitch. Try not to pull tight yet, because you're going to come back around this side. And you're going to go into the stitch before your last one, but you're going to go through the back loop only. And then you're going to pull and it brings it together nicely, and then you're just going to weave in your ends, because this is kind of a loose end. I'm sewing my 2 hearts together, so to me it doesn't really matter if it's a loose end. I can't use that needle for this. The needle's too big for weaving. And you know, if this is hanging, a lot of people probably would use it to sew it onto something. Like, generally you leave your yarn on your plates that you make, because you sew it to stuff. So just weave this guy in 3 different ways, 3 different directions, so that it doesn't pop out at any given time. Mine are going to be sewed together, so sorry, I keep going off camera again. Boy, I'm bad for that. Let's go through there. Alright. I'm going to sew in this guy, not that it matters, because like I said, I'm sewing the 2 ends together, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So we'll just tuck him in there. There, so now I've got 2 hearts done. You can iron them down before or after, it doesn't really matter. I'm just stuffing them, so it really does not matter. So I am just going to take some yarn that I'm going to sew the 2 together with. Almost just dumped my drink all over the place. And no, it's not alcoholic. It is. I gotta readjust. Alright. Let's set it thread your needle with some yarn. So I am going to sew front to front together. So these are your two fronts. I'm going to sew the two fronts together. And I'm going to try to line it up as best as I can for the stitches, because I am just going to do a whip stitch. So I'm going to go through the back loop of this and the back loop of that, and I'm not made a knot at the bottom or anything. I'm just going to tuck this guy in, so I have not made a knot, but if you want to make a knot, you can go right ahead. I got enough yarn that I don't really need to make a knot. So you're just going to do that all along. So making sure you're just getting underneath the stitches. Oh God, I'm taking everything with me. And you don't have to pull tight. Just remember, you need an opening. Just put the polyfill in. So, just remember to I managed to suck up my tail, so I'm just sewing him right in with everything. I don't need it, so I'm probably going to speed this up. So I'm going to leave this open, and then we're going to put some fill in it. Alright, let's get some fill. Kind of pull it apart a little bit too. I mean, it gets all clumpy together in the bag, but you can buy a bag of polyfill at Walmart for $5. It's a 16-ounce bag. So it's fairly cheap. I mean, it's extremely cheap. So you just want to put as much in there as possible. Pull it apart a little bit, because you don't want clumps. Put some more in there. I'm going to really pack her full. Oh, I forgot to turn this inside out. Hold on. Turn this back inside right to the front of my, there we go. So this is right side in. So now let's stuff this part. I knew I was forgetting something. Really get it in there, because you want it all nice and squishy. This is great stuff you can get at Walmart. And I mean, for $5, how can you go wrong? So, we're going to just jam it in there. If you want to do a smaller hole, you can do a smaller hole. It'll probably be easier to sew up a smaller hole. I think I got that pretty jammed, so. Let's continue with our whip stitch. So I'm going to put another one in that hole that I was just in, just for added security. And you shouldn't really see it, it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as you're sticking with my lights just dimmed. Sorry, I don't know what that's all about. It's really windy outside. As long as you're doing the sticking with the whole back loop to back loop stitch, you shouldn't see the stitch. Oh, it seems kind of dark in here now. So just try to keep everything all lined up. Back loop to back loop. And the stitch should still be invisible, so if you want to keep a bigger hole to fill it with, you can do that. We still got to put a string on it so we can hang it from the mobile. Yeah, don't do what I just did. There we go. Now, it'll probably be the last stitch that I do that I'll go through actually all, like the whole stitch. But for now, I'll just keep doing the back loop to back loop just because it's kind of an invisible stitch. And I'm just going to go through all the stitches at this point. Tie a knot with your yarn. Hold tight. There you have it. I'm just going to hide this if I can. Find my needle. Hide this somewhere. So I'm just going to go down this seam. And I'm just pulling as snugly as I can. I don't want to screw up the shape of the heart either, so. But I did want to hide it a little bit. I'm just going to cut it off. Actually, what I should have done is went up here and then chained it, but I mean, if you want to take, actually, that's probably a good idea. Let's do it this way. So let's take, I've got so much left. Let's go back up near the top and we can just use it as our, I was going to chain something to use as something to hang it from the mobile. But if I got so much yarn left, I can just weave this in all the way around. I mean, no one's going to see the top of it, and who cares? Who cares if you do? The baby is what's looking at it, right? So let's just weave, and I mean, it's really not that visible. I mean, it is if you're looking at it, right? So if I just come back down here, so let's move over. Trying to get it closer to the center. It is puffy, that's for sure. So if I get it right down into the center, come up here, then now I've got my string to hang it from, the mobile with, right in the center of the heart. Just like that. That works. Why not? Move your stuffing around if it's kind of an odd shape. My lights still haven't come back up. That's just weird. Anyway, I'll lighten the video so you can see this better. But I still got a lot of string left. I mean, I'll probably when I put it on the mobile, we'll see. I mean, if you follow what I'm doing, then you'll see me put it on the mobile. I'm gonna squish some down into the point. There. I think that's just so adorable. So there's your first heart. Now you can use this video for whatever. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But this is the start of my mobile. So follow along, guys, if you want to see the final outcome. Or if you just want to do some more pleats. But this is the heart. The two hearts put together. Thanks for joining me, guys. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.